I bet you're as good at eating pussy as I am at getting my feelings hurt. And that you have feelings that you still tongue. And childhood burns you still thumb over to make sure they still hurt. I could make you feel good. But I could feel better. When's the last time you were naked and alone and didn't hope it was the last time? Who was the last friend you made in your head before you met them? Could you fall asleep with your back against nothing just one more time? I could make you feel good. That was a poem. It was called Nothing, and I wanted to start out with something as bold and as ballsy as anything I know Joelle performs. So hey, my name's Pascal, and I'm here to be part of the big queer party I was invited to, which sounds fucking rad. So this next poem is also about being queer, but mostly it's about being a hoodie. They have forgotten about the acorns, but I still have them in my left inside pocket, from where they found the tree their dad climbed as a kid on Wiriel Hill. And I have bus tickets from last week and a year ago when they thought they looked fat, but it was just me. I was making sure they were warm when they took the photos. I was the only place to go when the man wouldn't call them by their name, because it wasn't decent or kind to placate mental illness. I am always full of a warm, dark place if they need one, because I am them-shaped. I'm for big tits and sweaty hands, sleeve wiping and obnoxious hugs where someone would slip his hands around their belly and it would last forever. Only a human could wear me. I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do for this set, but I knew that every single time I've seen Joelle's work, she seems to capture everything I'm feeling at the time I'm feeling it, and I feel like when I look back at those performances, I'm feeling exactly what I'm meant to feel, and I feel like she grabs the moment very, very well in a way that other poets don't manage to do. And so I hope this poem really conveys the way a lot of people are feeling about their homes and their hometowns right now, and it's called Street. I check its pulse in the charity shops. The town doesn't have a circulation system, just spoons, a CEX and a British Heart Foundation. I gave them a duvet and free 2 small shirts. The lady said they'd be perfect for a job interview. I walked to the bus stop and now I own the pavement and the scabbed murals. I'm in a queue with these blessings. May you have the heart of an empty Sainsbury's, so you can have the courage to listen to your own footsteps kick off the walls. All the love in a Neil Diamond song being played for no one but you and the people who are paid to be here. May your veins be filled with day-old flowers that will live to see the end of the week for nothing. I don't need to tell people this is my hometown. It is such a hometown you can hear it in the dust, in the vowels. Someday hums a song without words behind to let lips. I see it smiling through gutted Tesco under eyes. The echoes have a party in the underfunded libraries hosted by the volunteers, old ladies who keep this town bleeding. You can see where you are in the dark windows. Don't let them tell you you're nowhere. I need to check something. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. I think I'm going to go into this next one without much to say, because I guess it's an angry poem, and I guess poems should speak for themselves. It's called A Country. When you wonder about the shortages, he tells you he has 3 months of citalopram spare, if you need it. You make a wish on him. He is bright, he is above you, and he might not come back. I only talk to strangers when I need to. You lie. Your prayers are getting dusty. You don't have time for hobbies. Your neighbours don't know your new name. You come to church for the cake and bodies. Your friends are in cities. You're in a kind of city. When you lie in bed, there's foot traffic. Your thoughts are shortcuts. They answers roar like tyres through rain. They coagulate. You accept them that you'll never see the bottom of them. So you go to sleep. Again. You dream. There is a home. Wind in the trees and grey sky beaches, plaques on benches, chats with men in big issue jackets, starlings spasming at the end of summer, waves of stars breaking over autumn clouds. Well-lit streets, babies on buses, fluttering libraries, open mics, pub hum, carnival cider, blackbirds, good intentions. It must feel like home. Something has to feel like that trick of the light, and when you look at it directly, it beckons you through the phosphenes. Dead friends, deader strangers, sleeping bags. Years pass, moon phases, eating themselves until someone somewhere must be full. You reach out, smudged and clingy, you read your stained fingers, a loneliness of immigrants, swarms are promises. You look up, dark and satanic, you make a precious decision and start walking. Slept in eyeliner mist at the train station. Everything is vein-coloured and close. Perfect day to go missing. Let the land make a trust fall as you pass. Curl up into an anthem on an empty seat. You are done with islands. Leave behind the only compromise you've ever known for toothless, flagless wilderness. Let someone inspect you and find that you are full of hole punches the light has escaped through. The conductor will say, "We need more lighthouses in this country," and you will shine, whether you like it or not. Do you see this shirt? This is my favourite band in Bristol. They're called Beheading. They've only had a couple of shows, but they're great. My mate Sonny is in that band, and every time I go over to Bristol and head down into the little basements and cafes where they do these gigs, it's like a whole other world, and it really makes me think about, this day and age. I don't think anything really captures this day and age than being in a punk show basement. And this one's called All My Friends Were Fucking Sick. And they were all corpses, and they were all not applicable, and they were all waiting. I couldn't tell my children anything I couldn't carry under my own eyes. I would tell them to take these noises and sympathies. And I would travel 2 hours in November to go see my friends at noise shows with chapped lips, in crap cafes at midnight, scuffing the concrete floors, wearing black shirts with black ink, crowding round the drums like an animal we were trying to help. Bobbing in the dark, showing one another secrets we still had, like teeth, holding each other like vigils. I forgot the title of this next poem until I literally just read it now, which shows I am a perfectly prepared professional and I make no apologies about that. It is called What Am I Supposed to Do With This? Brackets, my vagina. Learn to orgasm like a wilted lily. Sit in a lounge where your parents are out. Balance the arts of being admired and forgotten. Be sticky. Threaten to kill cats. Become a bit like screwed up paper, a gramophone, and not unlike an alien as you fall apart. Wonder whether the advice to be yourself was long term. Stain carpets. My dog is here with us now because she didn't want to be left out. So if you hear panting, that's not actually my fault. As I said, I'm a professional poet, and I never make any mistakes. Quite done? Good girlie. This one is about face blindness. Worn in pyjamas in your eyes. A stale deodorant and grass clippings cloud, and everything crumbles. It feeds the recesses, dangling eye colours and unlit mouths. The bodies pile up in the dark, and I cannot apologise enough. I know you. I know a milk tea voice. I know hair that whispers against prayer-dry fingers. If this is what I have left of you, then you are heaven, and I am the rapture. We've had to cancel Pride and a lot of Pride events this year, and the last year as well. But I've always had to kind of found myself avoiding and cancelling Pride for the sheer fact that I'm disabled, and I have chronic fatigue syndrome, so travelling and performing and sometimes, exerting myself isn't always possible. And so sometimes even, mental health episodes happen, and being in a big crowd of people isn't conducive to celebration. And so this one's a very short one. It's called No Pride Today. I will stay home and I will use my new shower gel, the one with the sea minerals and no flowers on the label. I'll have blue skin with red and pink parts and forever purple guts. I wanted to end with something hopeful, not necessarily inspiring, but hopeful. And it is called Pride Flags at Dawn. You don't want their God. A God for the gently used, the pre-loved, still in packaging, one-channel, TV static God. Cosmic interference but won't put a good word in God. God who won't hold your hand in public, a God who doesn't do gifts, a God who isn't open on weekends, that doesn't come in your size, a God who can afford to lose some flock. So what if he was one of us? A duct-taped, frayed patch jacket, chap lip smiling God. Cut her own bangs, stuffed her own bra, band camp having God. A God who makes those who make themselves, has 100 names and as many phases and as many faces, and it's never phased her. Who watches over surgeries and skipped breakfast, who doesn't need a prayer when you're crying in a bathroom or even if you're fucking, because God makes those who don't make things easy, burning seraph wings and furling from a newborn chest, muttering cherubs orbiting your head, Jesus with his arm around your ex, a holy book you had to write yourself. God's read it. On the first day they made day and night, but it only gets dark as a pretense. He hasn't rested if you haven't. She hasn't known love if you haven't named it. Like the first animals in Eden, it is better to be on all fours before it is worthy. But there are pride flags and sunrise in the heavens before anyone can raise hell. Ones that haven't even been invented. promises unbroken. Everything on earth is yours. The lost, the discovered, ruined and abandoned, pristine and perfect. Your own damn body. Thank you very much.